Dr. David Gill from Rochester Regional Health is with us this morning. Doctor, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
In your capacity as the director of the Memory Center at Unity, certainly you see patients with Alzheimer's disease and dementia as well. When we use those terms, what do we mean?
It's a good question. So I think in the medical establishment, we've not done a great job of distinguishing between Alzheimer's disease and dementia to the lay population. It becomes very confusing. I get a lot of questions of, do people start with dementia and transition to Alzheimer's disease or vice versa? And the truth of the matter is the term dementia really is not a very useful term. It just means memory problems. There are literally hundreds, if not more, causes of dementia. But by far the most common cause is Alzheimer's disease. So 2/3 of people with memory problems as they age have Alzheimer's disease. And Alzheimer's disease is a particular cause of memory problems that we think we understand at least part of, and we can identify that with testing and in the brain itself. There are cousins of Alzheimer's disease that look similar and are hard to distinguish and also get worse over time, but are different from Alzheimer's disease.
People will be visiting with relatives, and in some cases, elderly relatives, over the holiday season. What should they look for in terms of signs?
It's a very tricky situation, and I think we've all noticed that with our families. You know, your parent or grandparent, aunt or uncle you see twice a year. The next time you see them, it seems like they don't recall what you talked about before. And as kids, we always think that there's something wrong with our parents or grandparents, and the temptation is to call that out and say, "Dad, you told me that story before. I think it's time to get checked out." And of course, our relatives do not take that very pleasantly when we do that. And so I think that's a challenge because there's no doubt there are common changes with our memory as we age. So the tip of the tongue phenomenon where we can't quite think of the word, takes us longer to learn how to use the iPad that we've been given by our kids. We may tell the same story more than once. Those things can be very common, and if we overreact to that in our loved ones, in our parents and relatives, they can become kind of upset with us.
How should we broach the subject?
Well, I think the next question is, what are warning signs we should watch out for to know that we should broach that topic? So one of the keys is things that change our overall function. So if we lose our car in the parking lot, we've all done that, right? And we search up and down and we find it and we start to think, is that a problem? Probably not, but if we lose our car in the parking lot and have to call for a relative to come find it, that's a problem. We pay the same bill over and over, that's a problem. Don't take our medicines correctly, that's a problem, and miss appointments. So changes in our ability to do things, those are red flags, and those should be brought to the attention of the family, and then the person should be told to seek help to try to identify if that is a problem.
Let's go right there because our time is short. What resources are available for people that may be suffering from these symptoms?
So the first thing is to try to get in touch with the person's provider, so their primary care provider. And the other is the Alzheimer's Association, which you can go to their website and look up information. So even if you can't convince a person to go to their doctor, the resources on the website at the Alzheimer's Association really are invaluable about having this discussion, looking for warning signs, and where their supports are in our community.
Let's leave it there this morning. Doctor, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Lots more online as well at rochesterregional.org. Search Memory Center when you get there. Those links will be on our site. You'll find them at rochesterfirst.com.